Welcome back. I'm Lonyé. Today, we're tackling one of the trickiest steps of planning your wedding, creating the guest list. In order to find a venue that can accommodate your loved ones, you'll need to create an estimated guest list before doing anything else. Yes, this task is going to be a doozy, but we've got the insider secrets to help you make a guest list that everyone, yes, everyone, is going to be happy with. Oh, and here's a little secret. The Knot has a really amazing guest list tool that will help you stay organized. It's linked in the description below. First things first, think about your budget. Hopefully, you've already watched our video on setting a budget and know how much you can spend on your big day. The average couple spends $266 per guest, give or take. Now, try doing the math with your own wedding budget to determine the maximum number of guests you can invite. For example, if you have a budget of $30,000, your target guest count could be up to 112 guests. Of course, you could spend more or less money per guest, but this number provides a good starting point. Now, think about whether you want a big or small wedding. There are advantages and downsides to both. Yes, inviting everyone you've ever met means you'll have quite the party, but it will certainly cost more. And hosting a more intimate wedding is definitely romantic, but you may upset certain family members or friends who don't make the cut. The average wedding guest count is about 105 guests. If you're stumped on how many guests to invite, use this average as a guide. Keep in mind, only about 70 to 85% of your invited guests will actually attend your wedding, so you have a bit of wiggle room there. Talk to any loved ones about the guest list before getting started. If your parents or in-laws are helping to pay for your wedding, they technically get a say in whom to invite. Let your financial stakeholders know what your target guest list count is and divide the list accordingly. The fairness division gives you and your partner, your parents, and your in-laws each 1/3 of the guest list to invite whomever they want. But you may choose to do it differently based on your individual circumstances. So, how do you get started? Think about your family, friends, and acquaintances as circles, starting small and getting larger and larger. In the center, the smaller circle would be your immediate family members, parents, siblings, and their families, and grandparents. Then your very best friends. Next comes close family, aunts, uncles, first cousins, then your close friends. After that, extended family members and family friends, followed by other friends. After that, acquaintances, which can include co-workers, old friends, and distant relatives. Now, as you create your guest list, anyone who's essential goes on the A list, while those who aren't can be on the B list. As you're sending out save the dates and invitations, if more people decline than you originally anticipated, start inviting from the B list. Just don't invite people at the last minute, or they'll totally figure out they were a maybe. The Knot's guest list tool, which we've linked down below, can be a really helpful resource when putting together your guest list. It helps you gather guest mailing addresses, keep track of RSVPs and gifts, figure out seating arrangements, and much more. As you're building your guest list, you'll likely encounter some people you're on the fence about inviting. One of the biggest guest list debates you'll face is plus ones. So, what exactly is a plus one? To put it simply, it's a guest of a guest. If you have the space and budget, you can certainly invite all of your single guests and plus ones. But if you don't, you'll have to draw the line somewhere. You don't have to include plus ones for the following guests: those who are casually dating someone, co-workers, single guests you're not close with, but who know others at the wedding. Another potentially sticky situation, kids. Yes, kids can be adorable, but this is a wedding, not a daycare center. So it's totally within bounds to make your event adults only. And yes, I'm saying this as a mother. Just make sure that you address your invitations clearly so there's no confusion about whether or not kids can come. And yes, it's totally okay for you to include kids you are especially close with in the wedding party, but not invite other little ones. Oh, and don't forget co-workers. So here's the deal with the colleagues. You don't have to invite your co-workers to your wedding unless you're friends outside of work. Now, if you're on a small team that you're very close with, by all means, send them an invitation. But if you prefer to keep your wedding free from discussions about Q2 earnings, you're not obligated to include your coworkers on your guest list. I hope this video has helped you crack the guest list code. Feel free to ask questions and leave comments below. And to learn more about the next steps of wedding planning, be sure to subscribe to our channel. On the next episode, we're taking a big step, setting a date. See you soon.